Hey, I'm Mike Baccarell, and today we're going to take a look at one of the methods that Barney Kessel used to set up tunes. Let's take a look. So I'll be honest, setting up tunes has always scared me. There's something about it. I'm just afraid no one's going to come in, at the right time when I intended. Bruce Foreman used to really dig into me about this, and I should be a lot better at it considering Bruce was my teacher for so long. But it's always something I've been not super confident in. I'll never forget I was on a gig one time in Kansas City. I was playing in a trio with Danny Embry on guitar and Bob Bowman on bass, and we were playing Summertime, and I was like, I just said, I'll set it up. And right when I came in, when I intended for everyone to come in, nobody came in. And I'll never forget that moment, as how horrible I felt, because my introduction was not something that anyone grabbed onto. So this is something I spent a lot of time studying, and I'll try to transcribe a lot of intros off records. It's an important skill to have, because as guitarists, this is our job. We set up tunes for the band. And Barney Kessel is a great person to look to for this skill. So let's take a look at what he's doing here. This introduction comes from a recording of Back Home Again in Indiana with Lester Young and Oscar Peterson. So to start out, he's starting with this just kind of pentatonic phrase. As a pickup. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and it's just the 5th, the 6th, and the root of A flat. We're in the key of A flat for this. So after this, he plays A flat major 7, the 6th fret and the 8th fret across on the top 3 strings, G major 7, A flat major 7. And then we go down to the flat 7 chord, which in this case would be G flat dominant 7. So we're going to play this voicing. We have the 4th fret here on the 4th string, 6th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret. Then we go down a half step again, and then back up. So G flat 7, F 7, G flat 7. And the rhythm there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. And then we come in with E minor 7. We have the 2nd fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then a bar across here on the 3rd fret with my 2nd finger. And we go up a half step to F minor 7. And that's our 6th chord. It comes in on beat 4, 4 and. Then after that we go to like a D minor 7 flat 5, which is really an F minor 6 in this case. We got 5, 6, 5, 6 on the middle 4 strings. And then we go to E diminished, which is 7, 8, 6, 8 on the middle 4 strings, which is kind of functioning as our 5 of that F minor 7. And then we jump up to A flat diminished 7. We move it down to minor thirds. Now this functions as a diminished tonic chord. Because we're in the key of A flat, right? So we're going to A flat diminished 7th. So let's go over what we have so far. Now, one of those big Barney Kesselisms is that sliding chord. Something you see Bruce Foreman use a lot too. Okay, then after this, so after we walk down with the diminished 7ths, we go to our 3 chord. Now from the 3, we have a lot of options. Now what Barney does is he goes down a half step to B minor. So we go C minor 7, B minor 7, B flat minor 7, E flat 7 sharp 9, and then we land on this A flat major 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Just move that shape down. And use that purple haze chord and resolve it there. Now from here, we have a lot of options of things we can do. You go 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. We can tritone sub. All of that works because it sets up the 1 chord really well. That's with little melodies. We got I'm playing C minor 7, F7 sharp 9, flat 9, B flat minor 7, E flat 7 flat 9, sharp 9, A flat major 7. So I got a little melody on top. Kind of makes things interesting. And there's a lot of things you could do with that portion of the turnaround. So let's see if we can boil this down to something really simple and apply it to other keys. So let's take it to the key of C. So let's take our progression. We have a 1 chord, a flat 7 dominant, a 6 chord, and then a tonic diminished, moving down to the 3, 6, 2, 5 of some sort. So in the key of C, I can go C major 7, B flat 7 for our flat 7, A minor 7, then go C diminished, then E minor 7, A7, D minor 7, G7, C, or E minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7, D flat 9, C. In that example, I'll try to keep the same melody that Barney Kessel is using on top. But let's move to another key, and I'll just do whatever I want with it. When an intro is done really well, the way Bruce always describes it is it should feel like dinner is served, like, you know exactly where to come in. You can just feel it. And so there's a whole art form to this. But this is a really great thing that's going to have me practicing some cool stuff for a little while. There's a couple books I'll recommend for further study on this. There's All Intros and Endings by Jim Ferguson. There's Intros and Endings by Ron Eshtay. And then Bruce Foreman has a fantastic video at my music masterclass on intros and endings that I definitely recommend checking out. So thanks for checking out this lesson. Keep practicing. I'll see you next time. For additional material on this, there's a couple books I would recommend. There's this. This is Ron Eshtay's Chord Melody Phrases for Guitar. It's not the right book.